Soggy Waffles 84, and today we're going to do a tutorial. I'm going to show you how I do furnaces. So, this is the first little setup that I do. I usually just do the double furnace with the 6 hoppers, there we go, and 6 chests. It's a pretty simple system, but it works really well. Then, as I get resources up and running and everything, I upgrade to the Super-Smelter. This thing is a little ridiculous. I have to thank Mumbo Jumbo for it, because he gave me most of the original idea. He did everything in the inside here. I found that when it runs for too long, or you try to run multiple ores through it, it'll kind of jam up a little. So I added this extra redstone circuitry around the outside, and I'll kind of explain the whole thing as I show you how to build it. So let's do the first one first, and then we'll get on to the second one. So for this first build, all you really need is 6 chests, 2 furnaces, and 6 hoppers. So in the end you need 12 chests, but you know how that works. And because this is 113, chest placement is kind of weird. So I'm going to need an extra block to help me out a little. And I'm going to place those ones backwards just because I know I'll fix them. See, if I shift click when placing the chests, it makes them as separate chests, which is not what I'm wanting. And if you do them from the wrong angle, the same thing happens. See, that's how we do that. Really frustrating, actually. I wonder if there's going to be a way to turn it back, because in order to do these upper ones, I have to do all sorts of extra blocks. But, as you can see, that is how we do that. The top chest gets your ore. This middle chest gets your coal or whatever you're using to fire your furnace. If this is 14, you could use bamboo there. And here's your output chest. See, inputs going in here, coal going in here, and iron coming out here. Now for this gigantic thing, I'm just going to show you how to set up one of the furnaces, because they're all copies from there, and then how to do the redstone. So, to start with, we are going to place down our output chest and a hopper for the furnace. Go ahead and throw your furnace on, and hoppers going into it like that. And then you're going to need a couple of extra blocks for your hopper placement. I guess I could have done that from the other side, but yeah, I didn't. So, this right here, this hopper all the way up to the top here, and then these on the side here. You just repeat that for as many furnaces as you want to do. In this case, I'm going to do 5. Okay, I have all of those furnaces, hoppers placed. I also placed in my input chests up here. The top one is going to be your ore. The middle one's going to be your coal or whatever other fiery substance you're using. And this one's going to be your output. Now let's get the redstone circuitry set up real quick. What you're going to need is a redstone torch, a redstone comparator, some redstone repeaters, some redstone dust, and some kind of solid block. I'm going to use this polished andesite here. And then you're going to want to place block there with a comparator coming out of the hopper here. And then you're going to want to place a block with that going into it. Redstone torch on top. Row of blocks all the way down. Redstone repeater coming off of that torch. And redstone dust coming off of that repeater. Now this, if you've seen Mumbo Jumbo's Super-Smelter, this is just a copy of that right now. I have not done anything fancy to this part of it yet. I don't think I'm going to. It works very well. It's just that it jams up at the end if you have less than the number of furnaces. If the items that you have are not divisible by the number of furnaces you have. I know that sounds weird, but that is exactly how it works out. So the part that I'll show you after this is the part that I've added to be able to deal with that issue. And what it does is here it is. It checks the chest that you're using to see if it empties. And as soon as it empties, it activates the row of hoppers and dumps everything out of them. So let me place this out real quick and then I will show you how it works. And then it's really just a copy of the exact same thing on the other side. And so I will, sorry, I made that one too long. And the way it works is as soon as the input chest is empty, it makes it so the hoppers will drop. As soon as you put something in, it locks up the hoppers so that it will only drop one item at a time. Now I'm going to do this other side and then I'll show you the completed thing and load some stuff into it and show you it working. Okay, now that I've got that side done, it's basically just an exact copy of what you just saw me do over there. One note though, you will need to put this solid block here, otherwise your two redstone signals will cross over. So make sure you do that and everything else is good to go. Then you just throw your fuel in the middle one and your ores in the top one. If I can find fuel. Hey look, there's a block of coal. And then we're going to throw a stack of iron and a stack of gold. So gold, iron in there, coal in there, and you see the system locks up the hoppers as it's filling up, so that it can drop one item in at a time. And if we come around and look, they're filling up. And you can do this row as far as redstone signal will go, which I think is 15. If you get up over, I think it's 8 or 9, you start getting a dead furnace. I don't know if Mumbo has figured out a way to fix that yet, but I'll put a link in the description to his Super-Smelter, and make sure you check it out. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, ring that bell, and leave a comment as to what other tutorials you'd like to see me do. This is Soggy Waffles 84. Bye!